Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So Pisces, let's go ahead and jump on. And every quarter, I like to do a storytelling where we just look at our lead character and we ask, what is it that is making them particularly attractive right now? Just because I always feel like over time, energies shift and different qualities come to the surface. And so I wanted to go ahead and take a look at that. So, and then we'll also look at kind of like how is, I'll say, instead of looking at blockages, let's look at the positive or the luxury, the good things that are coming into our character's world right now as well. So first off, what makes our Pisces attractive right now? We have the Hierophant in the reverse. Got a King of Cups upright. We have a Ten of Cups in the reverse. You know, it's as if our Pisces is in this vibe of, I'm not going to say that they are coming across as somebody that is any form, they're not in any form of lack mentality at all. In fact, with a King of Cups upright, this would be a Pisces who's so incredibly loving and kind-hearted. But when it comes to their own life and backstory, they've had some tragic losses. And I think to see a character who comes across as so loving and yet has experienced the absence of a Ten of Cups and has been challenged to really just like broaden their mind. Maybe this is a Pisces who has almost, I don't want to say lost faith, but has changed their faith, walked away from anything that's too rigid because they've learned to just say, you know what, I'm just going to be loving. I'm going to choose the road of not being vindictive. I'm going to choose the road of, I want to stay kind and I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. So all I know is I'm not going to listen to other people's views and opinions. Maybe this Pisces is a little bit committed to saying, I don't think I want to do like marriage or overcommit to any belief system or anything like that, because honestly, I just want to operate from a place of just like love. And I just want to do my best to do right by others. That energy is making our Pisces so strong. And it's such a huge juxtaposition for a comparison. When somebody meets a Pisces like this, it is so loving, so warm, and yet completely, it feels like this character got shattered before. And yet they chose to come out stronger for it. But it did leave them with some scar tissue, I'll say. That combination is so it's like it's not just making this Pisces attractive, it's making them very admirable. It's showing the true strength of like a good person, a good-hearted person, somebody with a lot of love in their heart, somebody that has the capability to go through, like walk through hellfire and still say, yeah, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned that, you know what, I just want to be the best person I can be. No, I can't count on others to do the same, but I'm not others. I'm only me. No, I'm not doing it because a belief system tells me I have to. I'm doing it because this is really who I'm choosing to be. That is so strong and so beautiful. This Pisces claims that they're just in a state of like, I'm just learning. You know what? I'm just here to learn, but they're a good listener. There's somebody who they don't listen though just with their ears. They listen to learn. When someone speaks, they're not just like, okay, let them talk and then I'm just waiting my turn to spout off what I want to. This is somebody who gathers information, but they gather like information that allows them to like understand someone at a logical and an emotional level. It's a really unique skill set that this Pisces has. I feel like when this Pisces looks at somebody, people feel like, oh my God, they just looked into my soul. And that could scare some people, and that will be extremely attractive to others. Others who want to be seen, who want to be understood. They know this Pisces is looking not with judgment, but just trying to gain understanding. And there is something here about the way Pisces, both of those cards are somebody staring and just completely present. We've got a 10 of swords here. We've got the Ace of Cups. The other things that's making this Pisces really attractive is, holy smokes, they are somebody who has, I wonder if this Pisces is like, hey, I mean, like, I've been a fallen angel before. Hey, I've been through really difficult things and I've forgiven myself and learned how to love myself. I've closed chapters. I've forgiven other fallen angels. You know, it happens. And yet there's this amazing capacity. Sometimes you hit rock bottom, and that's where you really find how to love yourself and how to, you know, act in the energy of love. All of this is making a Pisces come across as like so inspirational too. Because it's like, well, when you end something is sometimes where you find the beginning of the next better part of your life. Life is all about closing doors, opening new ones. It's all about ending cycles, and sometimes cycles end really badly. Sometimes the cycle ends some foolishness because this little guardian angel, this fallen angel, has a little gestures hat that they're taking off. I just think that this is such a non-judgmental Pisces, and the way they look right into somebody's soul and the capacity that they have to understand other people and what they're going through is like such an incredibly attractive, like, and bonding moment that characters feel like they can have with this Pisces. I want to take a look at if this is what's making this Pisces so attractive right now. Number one, they have a ton of love to give. This Pisces would be ready for a relationship, is what it looks like, but it would be a very meaningful one. It's not going to be a fly-by night. It's not going to be some, you know, transitional thing. It's probably going to be really a really important one. So what are the good things that are like surrounding the Pisces and starting to enter into their world at this point? We have a 2 of Wands in the reverse. There's definitive, like, things in their life that used to be like uncertain are right now. What I'm picturing for some reason is like, you know, when rain falls, and first it floods everything, but then eventually it gets channeled into the proper, like, gutters and things, and gets channeled the direction it's supposed to go so it doesn't just flood. That's what I feel like things that have been kind of like crushing down or crashing into Pisces life is starting to take definitive directions and is diverting what could have been floodwaters and what could have been like too much energy and even struggles and problems. Everything is getting diverted and is starting to make a lot more sense. There's confident direction happening in Pisces world. They might have been through a time of chaos in general, and now things are getting streamlined. Opportunities are lining up. They see the way forward. We have an 8 of Swords. We have a High Priestess. I gotta say, someone who was creating conflict, drama in Pisces life is being withheld out of Pisces life, and that is opening up an energetic doorway for them. Pisces knows this. They know that a person who still wants to come into Pisces world is not permitted to right now. I rarely look at this card as somebody who's being intentionally like contained or trapped, but right now that's how I look at it. I look at it, you see these crows up above, and it's like they're looking at this person going, yeah, no, you're going to stay right there. We don't want you interrupting the Pisces. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that is not permitted to approach the Pisces world right now. Why? Because much like I said, this image that I have of like a ton of rainwater that's now getting shunted down the proper avenues and gutters, and it's, you know, it's draining the water away, and, you know, going to eventually dump it into the river and eventually back into the ocean. Like, there's organization and structure coming into Pisces life right now, and part of that organization and structure is a chaos maker is not permitted to re-enter Pisces world at this moment in time, and it's giving Pisces the reprieve that they need. And I think that's super important, and Pisces already knows it. With that High Priestess, it's like I sense that one of the reasons my life is getting more streamlined is someone is not able to access me right now. They're not able to bring their drama to my life, and that's a huge relief at this moment in time. But it's weird. How is Pisces sensing that? I just think that that's interesting. I had 10 of Cups. I got Queen of Swords. it's funny because it's almost like, I don't know if the Queen of Swords is actually someone, and this is going to start to sound very precise, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's on my mind. It feels like someone who, when they would pop up into Pisces life, they would stir the pot. That person is being withheld out of Pisces life because they've created drama with somebody else. And a Queen of Swords has intervened. They are making a ruckus. They are keeping somebody out of Pisces life by creating a blockage. Now, they are likely not doing it for the Pisces, but it's a byproduct. It's a Queen of Swords is like some, it's almost like a cause and effect situation. This could be like, say the Queen of Swords represents like a boss, and maybe somebody who Pisces used to work with was someone that they dated. And the boss maybe doesn't know or care about that, but the boss is putting this person into some other department or something, and that is actively preventing Pisces from having to deal with them. That's beautiful. That's all working in Pisces' favor. We've got somebody who put up a boundary that is keeping another person stuck, and that is in Pisces' best interest. And they know that this is happening for their best interest because they already sense it. Pisces knows there's some kind of really wonderful opportunity now for me to have a 10 of Cups. A lot of things that were dramatizing my life have been shoved off to the side, and it's clearing out the other pathway for me to have a 10 of Cups. They know that this is happening for them. It's not that they orchestrated it. It's not that they demanded it. It's that things are naturally, like the bad times are kind of getting moved out of the way, pushed off to the side, and like a retaining wall is being built. So the bad stuff, the difficult people cannot seep back into Pisces life, and they subconsciously know it. They know that the universe is making space for them to have this 10 of Cups. So I do need to ask about that 10 of Cups, because obviously this is what the Pisces is feeling is coming in for them, which is so exciting. Tell me about, got a King of Swords. Whomever this is, who is part of the 10 of Cups for the Pisces. It's interesting. We have a lot of air energy, but this is a different air energy. This is, I wonder if throughout all of this, whatever Pisces lost, but they chose to stay kind and they chose to stay loving. I'm wondering if whomever they dealt with could have been an air sign. And interestingly, whoever has helped create that blockage is also an air sign. But now in comes a completely different air sign once again, but this time for the 10 of Cups. It's like going to the store and trying on different pairs of pants. And it's like, okay, this size it fits, but they're petite and I have long legs. So I got to go find that same size again, but this time I got to find them in talls. Now I found them in talls and I found the right size, but guess what? They're not quite the color that I wanted. Okay, let me go look for the different, washed out shade of denim. And it's like, we got to keep fine tuning and tweaking. We know we're finding pants, but we got to get it all. The things have to match the color that we want, the fit that we want, the length that we want, the size that we want. And this is all about fine tuning it, because Pisces they went through something really difficult, but they were very close to having it work out. But it's like they had just a little tiny bit of something off kilter, and now it's getting fine tuned, and they're about to have a lot of success and a lot of happiness. But it is with a different character than who the Pisces probably thought it was going to be. Tell me more about that King of Swords. We got a Queen of Swords. What on earth is with all of the sword energy? Our Pisces began as a King of Cups, very warm, very loving. We saw them move through painful endings. We saw them stay kind. We saw them change their perception on things. And now we see someone very direct, someone who is their 10 of Cups is a person that I think Pisces can morph into. Maybe they're water and air combo anyway, but Pisces can morph into like a really meaningful connection that has good boundaries, the kind of relationship that they can feel safe to be emotional in, that they feel like this is somebody who gets me, this is somebody who's not going to push boundaries, this is someone that I actually can have a meeting of the mind with. I think that's maybe what this Pisces has wanted. It's not that they don't want to be emotional, it's just that they want to be able to also have the intellectual and logical connection in addition. This is an interesting Pisces that we've been describing, because they are a combo of thoughts and emotions. But all of this has taken some time, I think, to get worked out for our Pisces. They certainly went through a lot of pain and hurt, but somebody got prevented from re-entering the Pisces world until the right air sign pops in. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be an air sign, right? These are fictional stories about fictional characters, but I would just argue air signs to me are the logical side of things, the thoughtful side of things, fair and balanced energies. And if somebody was being held back, it's probably because they weren't being fair and balanced. It's nice to see that someone who didn't really belong in Pisces world was prevented from coming in and taking up any more of their time. And that's also what gives them the space to meet the right one. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I will see you next time, Pisces. Hi, Koba Swart. How are you? Thank you for being here. All right, you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.